or anything like that. There's so many different, decisions that we make. And I'm talking about the big ones, not just the everyday decisions like what should I wear, what should I eat, things like that. But this actually can also affect those little decisions too. So when we're feeling pressured, when we're feeling overwhelmed, fearful, worrying about something, what happens is our bodies actually go into survival mode. Okay. And when we go into survival mode, that's the fight, flight, or freeze response. And this is basically what happened to us back in the day, right? So centuries ago, when we were out in the wild fighting off animals for survival, and any other predators, right? Other, humans, things like that, or possibly starvation, trying to stay, warm in the cold or cool in the heat, and things like that, trying to stay hydrated. Back then, our ego would take over for our survival. It would come in to help us. So it would kickstart that survival mode within us. We have the adrenaline going, cortisol starts pumping through our body. And it is so we can either run away from, a predator, or we could, freeze, or fight it off, whatever it is. This was for our survival. So it really worked back then. But unfortunately, in today's world, we don't really need the ego as much or in the same way. But the ego doesn't know the difference between anything that is fearful and you might die. Okay, that's how the ego takes it. So when we're, trying to make a decision and you have this fear come up, or this worry or overwhelm, or, you could be getting obsessive about it or overthinking it, what happens is you go into that survival mode. During survival mode, for us to be able to survive in the wild, our prefrontal cortex part of our brain, our decision-making part of our brain, actually gets blocked. Okay, because we want to be able to, be strong in our muscles, so the blood goes away from that part of the brain. We actually cannot make logical decisions. We can't make, maybe an emotional decision. We cannot make the proper decision, no matter which way you look at it, from a place of survival. Okay, so from a place of that survival mode, it is not going to work. Okay. You're not going to make the right decision. You're probably going to regret it, or you're going to have to live with that decision that you make. So it's not really a good place for us to be making decisions. So I always tell people,